put this f***ing thing down. Oh! Guys, I know, a YouTuber complaining about the games industry is truly the epitome of original content. But I've gotta ask, how many big Ubisoft titles have flopped recently? Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, the long-awaited Skull and Bones, Ubisoft's daring open-world adventure, Star Wars Outlaws. And now the next title in their flagship series has been delayed into 2025 because of the softer reaction to Star Wars Outlaws. Ubisoft? Yes, I do be soft. Fuck. Yes, I do be soft for this Assassin's Creed game 5 years too late. I'm Jason of Lane, and in this video I want to talk about Assassin's Creed and the attitude of Ubisoft in recent years to show you why I truly believe we don't need Assassin's Creed Shadows. AC fans, despite what you may think, I'm not hating on you or belittling you for enjoying your favorite video game. I was one of you, and I stopped playing because I felt my time and money was not being respected by the publishers of these games who are solely focused on pushing out the next product and bleeding their consumers dry. Ubisoft does not care about you, but I care about you. I love you. Oh! I think you deserve better than the same formulaic release year after year. For years, there were two dream scenarios that AC fans always dreamed of: Assassins in Japan, and of course, Vikings. It was Vikings. As time passed by, Ubisoft continued their tradition of yearly releases with successes and failures along the way. They did mix up the formula with Origins and Odyssey, overhauling the combat to mixed responses from older fans of the series. But after years of speculation, they finally announced it. Valhalla, the one Assassin's Creed setting I had dreamed of for so long, released, and I didn't play it. Something about the combat animations was just throwing me off, and at that point I'd been a Ubisoft hater for years, so I thought, why stop now? But I don't think it's fair for me to sit here and judge one game before it's even come out, and another I never even played. F*** it. After years of stubbornly avoiding these games, I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I hope you bastards are happy. After years of being Ubisoft free, for this video I locked in and raw dogged a Ubisoft game. I know, I'm very proud of me too. And what did I think of it? This series I'd judged people over and avoided like the plague for years. I kinda liked it. Exploring Anglo-Saxon England in a Viking game is a unique experience. Raiding monasteries to build your own settlement. Sailing through rivers as skalds sing is... Oh, God, I'm sorry, but the soundtrack by Einar Selvik is... It's amazing. And Eivor the Wolf-Kissed is an interesting protagonist. I like being able to switch between male and female at will because it saves having to do another 100-hour playthrough to experience both. It's a pretty good Viking game, but Is it really an Assassin's game? Yes. Why, yes it is. The animations are arse. Sound effects are arse. With camera direction straight out of a fever dream. Feels cheap or rushed. Like it isn't the 12th game in a series. And that's my biggest problem with Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft as a whole. They release rushed corporate products. And I know people are already going to the comments to type, shut the f*** up and you're a but no, you're right. Oh, hold up a sec, let me just finish raiding the historic Medichenstep Abbey as I ride my XHT 2249 mounted to battle for the low price of 800 Helix points. Oh, okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, me, right? I was pleasantly surprised by Valhalla, not because it was continuing the riveting story of Assassins vs Templars. I liked it because of the AAA Viking experience. This was the first of the Dream Assassin games, and for a lot of people it didn't really feel like it belonged in the series, with more of a focus on action combat in a stealth series about assassins!
You sneaky little sausage.
But to everyone's surprise, we actually got that second Dream Assassin game set in Japan. Just not in the series we were expecting. Ghost of Tsushima was a complete surprise. Hold on. I hope you guys appreciate all the shit I'm accumulating here. I'm a gamer. Not because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have Ghost of Tsushima was a complete surprise to me and many gamers. Not only did it have a beautiful open world, but an incredible story to match it. Pair that with the art style, amazing combat, and a fantasy multiplayer mode that perfectly complements the main story. It was a breath of fresh air in the otherwise stale open world genre. Hell, it was the third foreign game ever to be voted as Famitsu's Game of the Year in Japan. Ghost of Tsushima released the same year as AC Valhalla, but with nearly half the budget. So why does it feel so much better? Valhalla had a development cycle of around 3 years. Ghosts had 6. With half the budget, they took their time and released an incredibly polished experience. Whereas Ubisoft releases rushed content riddled with microtransactions. But hey, it worked. It made $1 billion. Whoa, let's keep this money train going. We got Avatar. We got Star Wars. This is gonna go on forever! Right there. 2024 has not been the best year for Ubisoft. Their pirate game that was in development for 11 years flopped hard. Even safe bets like an Avatar and Star Wars adaptation aren't safe, with their biggest success coming from a Prince of Persia spin-off and Just Dance? Maybe? Okay, so Editing J here with a late edition. They actually disbanded the developers that made Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Oh, amazing work, Ubisoft. You had one success in 2024 and you nuked them into oblivion. Well, at least they have the hotly anticipated next entry in the Assassin's Creed franchise, to save the day. When Ghost of Tsushima released, I kinda lost interest in playing whatever version Ubisoft was gonna churn out. That dream setting I'd waited years for. But when a second Ghost game was announced, coming out the same year as Shadows, oh boy. You might be thinking, Jay, it's not that bad. They just had some bad releases this year. My brother in Christ, have you seen these articles? Ubisoft is reviewing all its strategic options for its future. The writing is on the wall. They are not doing okay. Ubisoft missed its opportunity to make a game set in feudal Japan years ago. And since then, better games have rose to the occasion to supply that demand. In the past 2 months alone, we've seen the success of multiple games. The Silent Hill 2 remake, Space Marine 2, even Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a hit, with all of them selling millions of copies in their first week. And they did it without microtransactions. And the kicker is, these are single-player games, succeeding in a time where $400 million Sony-backed multiplayer games are erased from existence in 2 weeks. We are seeing game devs with a consumer in mind succeed, and billion-dollar companies pushing a bottom line fail. And in the long run, I think that's better for games. That's why I know we don't need Ubisoft. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this is a bit different from the usual game reviews. Don't worry, they'll be coming back soon. I'm sure people aren't going to be happy with this video, but I just felt the need to speak on something that has been gnawing at me for a long time. Make sure to like, comment if you enjoyed it or hated it, and subscribe if you want to see me make more. Make sure to check out my last video on the Game of Thrones RPG we deserved, or this one on the horrific art of Fear and Hunger.